In this lesson we're using tables to calculate simple interest. So remembering that interest is like free money that the bank gives us if we give them our money, or vice versa, if we take money off them, then they're going to charge us interest to use their money. So there's a few different things that we're going to keep looking at, and one of them is looking at loans and the other is looking at different types of investments. And just having your money in the bank earning free interest, that's an investment. Okay. All right, so my very first example, what we're going to do is have a 3-year loan. You've taken out $5,000 to buy a car, and they're not very nice. They're actually going to charge you 12% per annum, which means per year, interest. And we're only looking at simple interest this time. There's compound and simple interest, but this is the one we are looking at today. All right, let's refocus. Okay, so with our tables, we're going to investigate over the course of a little while. So 3 years in this case, because it's a 3-year loan. So in year 1, year 2, and year 3, we are going to look at how much our principal is. And our principal is how much we initially borrowed from the bank. So we don't actually change our principal. Our principal is always going to be $5,000. And now what we have to try and do is calculate the interest. And the interest that our loan is accruing. So the bank said to us, all right, you borrowed our money, we are going to charge you a little bit of money to do that. And then we're going to find out our total interest over here. Now the way we calculate interest, in this case, we're looking at 12%. And to find out how much interest, we would need to do interest equals 12% multiplied by our principal. In this case, 12% multiplied by 5,000, and percent means divided by 100. So it's this number here multiplied by 5,000. So if we actually get our calculator out and say, okay, 12 divided by 100 times 5,000 gives us $600 of interest every single year. 600 there. It's going to be 600 in the second year and then 600 again in the third year. So that means after our first year, our total interest is up to 600. But after our second year, we've paid another 600. So 600 plus 600 is 1,200. And then add in another 600 and we are up to $1,800 worth of interest. Now keep in mind, this is just the interest, just the interest. So that means the total of our loan is equal to our initial principal, how much we borrowed, plus how much interest they have charged us. So in this case, it's going to be our $5,000 plus our $1,800 interest, and that's going to give us $6,800. That's how much our total loan will cost if we want a car, and we've borrowed $5,000 there. Okay, let's do one more example. Get the calculator out of the way. And this time you've got, it's a bank account. Say you've got a bit of money in there. So you've got a principal of $3,000 sitting in there. This time the bank's only going to give you interest of about 3.5%, which isn't very much, but it's about accurate for what your bank account gives you. So same thing again, let's go for 3 years. So 1, 2, 3. We've got our principal, which you know won't change. We just keep saying, all right, we've stuck $3,000 in the bank. How much free money can you give me? We're going to calculate our interest, and then we're going to calculate our total interest over in this column here. So we now need to figure out what 3.5% of our principal is. So interest will equal 3.5% multiplied by 3,000, which is 3.5 divided by 100 times 3,000. Let's go again. 3.5 divided by 100 times 3,000. And that gives us $105. So our interest each year is going to be $105. They are giving us $105 extra per year to kind of thank us for lending, for giving us for giving them our money, so our bank account money. Okay, so that means after that first year, what I'm going to do this time is, instead of doing the interest total, we're going to say the bank account total. Right. So this time our bank account will have $3,105 in it. Then when we're going to add some more, we're going to have $3,210 because we've added in that extra interest. If we keep adding in our interest, we're going to have 3,315. If we had to do the same thing over here, and instead of saying total interest, what we'd be doing would say, all right, our principal plus our interest will get us to 5,600, and then we'd be up to 6,200 and 6,800, and that's okay. So keep in mind, this here is how much money we would have in our bank after 3 years if this was how much a percentage of interest we were earning.